Hi, my name is Alex Vader, and my husband is Ted Vader, and I am making this video through YouTube to get a backstory so I can post an update for a GoFundMe campaign that is going on for my husband right now. A little bit of the backstory is my husband and I have not had very good luck with health issues at all. I was born with a health condition. I had open heart when I was like 11, and then I was fine. On December 1st of 2000, I had Jake, my 15-year-old. On December 28th of that same month, my mother died of cancer, which that was 14 days of the 6 months they gave her. So that Christmas sucked. You'll find that I use humor to get through a lot of emotional things. 6 months after that, my husband had his own business. He was doing a roof on July 4th and was going to go to a barbecue afterwards, and he fell off the roof 2 stories onto a concrete pad, and he landed on his feet. When he got to the hospital, both feet were pulverized, the right one especially. 2 vertebrae in his back were broken. He was in a wheelchair for over 2.5 years and has had 17 reconstructive surgeries with titanium plates and screws, muscle graft, skin graft, anything you can think of, you name it, he's had it. 6 months after that, I got sick. I went to the hospital. I thought, I just have bronchitis again. For 4 days after I went there, I left with my first pacemaker. That was in 2002. So, actually March of 2002. So about 7 months after he fell off the roof. 8 months. And in 2003, they told me I was going to be on the transplant list for a heart. So I listened to my doctors, did everything they told me to do, and slowly got better to a point where I was off the potential transplant list. It was good for years. Right now, as of today, I'm on my 4th device, and this one is a combination pacer and defibrillator. My husband and I Ted and I always talked about getting an RV and traveling the country when the kids were grown and went to the military or college or whatever they wanted to do. But after last year's surgery, my surgery didn't go well at all. It was supposed to be outpatient, and I was there almost 4 days. It just didn't go well at all, and I still have problems with the placement of the device and things like that. It's a long story, but this is not about me. This is about my husband. He can't work anymore. And I told him to stop working in January. And we sold the house in March. And what we had left over, we bought an RV. And a few months into it, about a month ago, we woke up one day and I saw that my son, Jake, who's 15, started a GoFundMe for his father. And I immediately was so proud. I've been trying to make this video for a month now without crying, and I've yet to do it, so hopefully today's the day. I didn't want to go through YouTube because I'm a member of a few sites that I have discussions in, and I know I'm going to get some comments from one in particular that don't welcome my opinion, but I like this certain guy's point of view. I agree with him on a lot of things, but I tend to get into arguments with gentlemen. I'll use that term loosely. Quite often on that site, so I've backed off for quite a bit. You know what? I'll give him a plug. It's Aaron Clary, and he is also sole proprietor of assholeconsulting.com. So go check out his channel. You'll see what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm trying to do an update for the GoFundMe campaign. It kind of just like mellowed out. we've had some donations, and I thank everybody that has donated, because you have no idea how much that means to me for my husband. Because if he goes back to work, he will end up in a wheelchair. The doctors told him he will end up paralyzed. He already needs more surgeries on his right foot, because everything has shifted over the years of working. Because he went back to work, 3 years after he was in the wheelchair. He had to learn to walk all over again. He went back to work. He didn't want to sit on the couch and be disabled. But now that's the only choice he has. He only knows construction. So I've already applied for SSD for him, Social Security Disability, because he's paid into it. We're just waiting to see what they say. They usually deny you the first time. Everybody knows that, but we'll see. He's got so many medical records. It's unbelievable. So he might just get it. But until then, he can't get to a doctor to get the medication he needs. And he's damaged his nervous system so badly from working all these years, that when we had the house, he would come home, barely eat dinner, lay in the recliner, put icy hot all over his legs, and go to sleep. And that was his life. It was no life. And I'm like, this must be miserable for him. He's working just for a house. I couldn't work because of my condition. So the plan was for me to finish my education so I could work. So right now I just took an exam because I was a non-education major to be a teacher in Florida. They have a certification program. Waiting for scores to come back on that, and hopefully I'll be able to do a temporary work period through Social Security and see how that goes. I don't know if I could work long term and long hours. I don't know what that would do to my system. I didn't want this video to go very long. I just wanted to give the backstory on why my son started the GoFundMe and why he is such an extraordinary kid. And both of my kids, and Owen, he's 8, both of my kids are great. They both do Florida virtual school, so their education is not in compromise, if anybody's wondering, because we have had the great fortune to, my husband put in an application with Florida State Parks and got called to do almost 5-month gig at Gamble Rogers State Park on Flagler Beach, Florida, on the beach. And he volunteers 20 hours a week. Jake helps him. I help him as much as I can. And we get free sight. So our living expenses are paid for. So there's no electric, water, rent, anything like that. So we just have to pay for food and things like that. So I just wanted to get a little back information there and let everybody know what's going on so I can post an update for the GoFundMe. I'm only asking that people just share the campaign on Facebook and Twitter as much as possible. You can't share on Instagram right now. You can screenshot and share, but I don't even know how to do that. But I'm just asking people to share it so it gets out there. And I really appreciate it. And I want to thank everyone that has donated and everyone that is taking time out of their day to watch this and understand what Ted is going through and what he needs and what I'm trying to get for him. So again, thank you everyone for your support. It's Friday, so I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you.